Hey everyone, ready to slice into some interview prep for meat preparations operators. We're going to help you bring home the bacon in those interviews.
Yeah, we've got three really great resources to help get you guys prepped for this.
Okay.
We have a career guide, we have a list of interview questions, and we have information about RoleCatcher AI.
Cool, so let's jump right in. So first off, what does a meat preparations operator even do all day?
Well, they're the ones that are going to be transforming those fresh cuts of meat into the products that you're going to see in the supermarket, like, marinated meats or seasoned chicken breasts or all the prepackaged ground beef that's out there.
Ah, okay. Yeah, it makes sense. And, um, our career guide even mentions that, having past experience as like a meat cutter or even like assisting a butcher would be a great thing to highlight in an interview.
Yeah, for sure, because it shows that you have transferable skills like handling different cuts of meat and being comfortable with a knife.
Yeah, exactly. And, speaking of helping your application, let's talk about RoleCatcher's AI for a second. So what it can do is you can upload your resume and cover letter, and it actually analyzes the job description
Wow.
and will tell you skills that you're missing.
Oh.
And then it'll help you tailor your application so that you perfectly match what employers are looking for.
It's like having like a secret weapon, like a
Yeah.
secret
So,
weapon in your
yeah.
back pocket.
Yeah, so it's not just about what you know, but also like how you present it, I guess is what you're saying.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know like what the role is kind of generally,
Yeah.
and we know that we can use this really cool AI to like supercharge our application.
Right.
But what about the interview questions? What kind of things are they going to be asking?
Well, they're going to want to gauge your experience with meat, your knowledge of food safety, and also your ability to work quickly in like that kitchen environment.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So let's just like jump into the questions then.
Yeah.
So the first one is, can you tell us about your previous experience working with meat?
Okay, so with this one, they're really just trying to figure out how comfortable you are with meat and with like working in a kitchen.
Okay.
So even if you haven't, worked specifically as a meat preparation operator, you can talk about other jobs that you've had where maybe you've worked with meat in some way, like maybe you've followed recipes, or
Oh yeah.
if you worked in a kitchen, or, did you help out at a family butcher shop? Did you prep ingredients at a restaurant? You can talk about those experiences too.
Right. So it doesn't have to be like the exact same title, but just anything that like shows that you're comfortable.
Yeah, and comfortable with the basic protocols.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Okay. Next question. How do you ensure the quality of the meat you are working with?
All right, so with this one, they're looking for someone that's really detail-oriented and someone that understands the importance of delivering a quality product. So you don't want to just say that you'll inspect the meat.
Okay.
You want to talk about the specifics of what you're going to look for, like the color, the texture, the smell, any of that. And then you also want to talk about temperature control and proper storage.
Right. And actually, our career guide mentions that you should know a little bit about meat grading systems.
Oh, yeah.
That would really impress them. So like being able to tell the difference between select and choice when it comes to beef.
Yeah, that would definitely show them that you know what you're talking about.
Right. Okay, cool. So next question. Can you describe your understanding of food safety regulations?
Okay, so I know this one sounds kind of intimidating, but they're not expecting you to recite every single food safety regulation.
Right.
They just want to see that you are aware and committed to maintaining a safe work environment.
I see.
So if you can just, familiarize yourself with some of the key terms like GMP, which is good manufacturing practices, and HACCP, which is hazard analysis and critical control points,
Okay.
you should be good.
So just like the basics of those.
Yeah, and you can even just mention like real world examples like cross-contamination or hand washing.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that also like really shows it. You know what you're talking about. If you can relate it back to something that like happens in the
Right.
real world.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Next question. How do you manage your time and prioritize tasks in a busy kitchen environment?
Okay, so this is the classic time management question.
Yeah.
You're going to get this in pretty much every interview.
Right.
They're just trying to figure out how you would handle, a really high pressure situation and how you can stay organized and calm and efficient even when things get crazy.
So do you have any advice for how to answer this one?
Yeah, so the best thing you can do is just give a specific example of a time that you successfully handled a similar situation.
Okay.
So maybe you had to prep a large volume of ingredients while you were also managing a cooking station or something.
Right.
Walk them through the steps that you took to stay organized and how you prioritized your tasks and met your deadlines.
Okay. Yeah, I think having an example would really help.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Next question. Can you explain how you ensure consistency in your meat preparation techniques?
All right, so with this one, they're looking for precision and attention to detail. So you want to let them know that you understand the importance of following recipes and using standardized measurements.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I imagine consistency is really important, especially when you're, preparing food.
Oh, yeah. You want every batch of chicken or steak to taste the same,
Yeah,
no
exactly.
matter who is prepping it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And actually, I think this is a question that RoleCatcher can be really helpful with.
Oh, really?
You can actually, like, type in your answers to these questions
Wow.
into the platform, and then the AI will tell you, like, how clear and concise your answers are.
That's really cool.
It's like having an editor.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So next question, how do you handle and store different types of meat to ensure their quality and safety?
All right, so this is a food safety question.
Okay.
Different types of meat are going to have different storage requirements.
Oh, yeah, I imagine.
So you want to show them that you understand those differences and how to apply those principles.
So, like, for example, what would you say if they ask about the difference between storing ground beef and a whole roast?
Well, I would mention the specific temperature ranges for each type of meat.
Okay.
And then I would also talk about cross-contamination and how to prevent it. So storing raw meat separate from cooked meat and things like that.
Okay.
And then just, the proper way to wrap and label meat for storage.
So basically show them that you know how to handle meat responsibly.
Exactly.
Cool. Okay. Next question. How do you maintain a clean and organized work environment in the meat preparation area?
Okay, so this is another question where they want to see that you're proactive and you understand that having a clean and organized workspace is crucial for safety and efficiency.
So it's like more than just hygiene.
Yeah, it's more than just like washing your hands. It's about having systems in place so that the workspace is consistently clean and organized.
Oh.
So you can talk about specific practices that you follow, like do you sanitize surfaces regularly? Do you have a system for labeling and storing ingredients? Do you follow a specific cleaning schedule?
Right. So it's all about showing that you have a system.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Next question. How do you handle and resolve any issues or complaints related to meat preparation?
Okay, so with this question, they want to assess your communication skills and your problem-solving skills.
Okay, yeah. Because I imagine things don't always go perfectly.
No, they definitely don't.
Even in like the best kitchens.
No.
So like, how would someone answer this?
So you want to emphasize active listening
Okay.
and empathy and the ability to stay calm even when you're in a really challenging situation.
So what's like an example of a situation that could come up?
Okay, well, let's say a customer complains that their steak is overcooked.
Okay, yeah.
So first, you'd want to listen to their complaint and acknowledge their frustration and apologize,
Right.
and then offer them a solution. So maybe you cook them a new steak or you give them a discount.
Yeah.
Just show them that you're committed to customer satisfaction.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Next question. How do you stay up to date on new meat preparation techniques and trends?
Okay, so with this question, you have a chance to show your passion for the industry.
Okay.
So talk about specific resources that you use to stay up to date, like industry publications or online forums,
Okay.
or even YouTube channels or cookbooks or anything like that.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Yeah. And you can even mention workshops that you've taken or that you're planning to take.
I see.
Or even if you experiment with recipes at home, just show them that you're interested in learning new things.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last question. Can you describe a time when you had to troubleshoot a meat preparation issue and how you resolved it?
All right, so this question is all about your problem-solving skills and how you think critically when you're under pressure.
Right.
So choose an example that highlights your thought process, like
Right.
how you identified the root cause of the problem and considered different solutions.
So it doesn't have to be like a massive problem,
No, it doesn't.
as long as you can explain how you solved it.
Exactly.
Okay, what's like an example of something that could come up?
Okay, so imagine that you're preparing a bunch of marinated chicken and you realize that you're missing a really key ingredient.
Oh,
So you can talk about, how you assess the situation, how you considered possible substitutions, and how you ultimately, found a solution that didn't mess up the flavor or the quality.
okay, cool. So you got to think on your feet.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, well, I think we've covered a lot today.
Yeah.
We talked about what the role is. We talked about all these crazy interview questions.
Mm-hmm.
And we even talked about this really cool AI that can help you.
Right. It's all about giving you the tools and the confidence to just crush that interview.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about acing that interview, but what about after you get the job? Like, how do you actually build a career out of this?
Yeah, a lot of people don't think about that, but it's important to have like a long-term vision.
Yeah, for sure.
So our career guide actually outlines several different stages of a career as a meat preparations operator.
Okay.
And, you can use RoleCatcher to actually help you target each of these stages as you progress. So like as you learn new skills, you can update your profile and the AI will suggest, keywords or experiences to highlight for the jobs you're looking at.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Okay, so let's break it down then. So what would an entry-level meat preparations operator be doing?
Well, you're going to be, learning the ropes, mastering the basic techniques, working really closely with more experienced operators.
So kind of like a culinary boot camp.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're going to be prepping ingredients, following recipes really carefully, making sure everything's stored properly, and, obviously keeping your work area spotless.
So basically proving that you're reliable and you can handle the basics.
Right. And then as you get more experience and you get more comfortable, you'll move up to the intermediate level.
All right.
And that's where you start to take on more responsibilities. So you might be, operating more specialized equipment or training new team members or even, troubleshooting some of those problems that come up.
Oh, yeah. So it's like hands-on work, but also like a little bit of leadership.
Exactly. And then finally, we have the senior meat preparations operator.
Ooh. Okay. So like the top dog.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what are they doing?
So at this level, you're kind of like the conductor of the orchestra.
I like that.
Yeah, you're going to be overseeing the entire meat preparation process, making sure everything's top quality, making sure everything's efficient. You might be, developing new recipes, refining workflows, managing a whole team of operators, or even working with other departments to make sure that, everything runs smoothly.
Wow. So that's like years of hard work and dedication to get to that point.
It is, but, it's a very rewarding journey.
Yeah. So how can our listeners set themselves up for success and, kind of start climbing that ladder?
Well, first of all, never stop learning.
Mm-hmm.
Take advantage of those workshops and online courses and conferences and things like that. Stay curious about, new techniques and trends. Show them that you are passionate and invested in what you do.
So like be a lifelong student of meat.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I guess those certifications that we were talking about earlier, those are helpful too, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Those are really important for career advancement because they show, that you're dedicated to professional development.
So those certifications are like rocket fuel.
Yeah, exactly. And also, don't be afraid to like show off your skills and your creativity,
Oh, yeah.
Like build a portfolio of your best work. Take some pictures of those beautiful meats that you're prepping or write up some descriptions of your, signature recipes or even like film some videos of you doing your, fancy knife skills.
Oh, yeah. Show them what you got.
Yeah. And then you can share that with, potential employers or even with clients if you're thinking about, going freelance.
So like a visual representation of all your skills.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then finally, remember that networking is really important.
Oh, yeah.
So go to industry events, connect with people on LinkedIn, join, professional associations for meat preparation.
Yeah.
Anything you can do to kind of, stay top of mind and build relationships.
Yeah. Because you never know what opportunities might come up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, this whole deep dive has been about, giving you the tools and the confidence to not just ace the interview, but to also, build a really awesome career.
Yeah. And RoleCatcher's there every step of the way, too.
Yeah.
So are you ready for a final thought-provoking question?
I think I am.
Hit me. Okay, so you've got the tools and the knowledge to not only get that job, but to build an amazing career.
Right.
So where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, what's your dream?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, like maybe you're, leading a team of operators or you're creating your own, like, line of products. Or maybe you're even running your own butcher shop.
Yeah, the possibilities are really endless. It's just about,
Yeah.
figuring out what excites you and then pursuing it. So many options for, aspiring meat masters out there.
Yeah, and there isn't like one right way to build a career,
Right.
Like you can specialize in one particular type of meat or, one specific technique, or you could even like start your own business.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of different ways you could go about it.
Like maybe you become, like the sausage king or queen or something, or
Right.
you start a line of like gourmet marinated meats.
It's all about finding what you like and what you're good at and then going for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think, the food industry is always changing, so
Yeah,
there's always room for new ideas.
definitely. You could find a niche for sustainably sourced meat, or you could, come up with a really unique dining experience using like both traditional and modern techniques.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
The possibilities are out there.
Yeah. So it sounds like the sky's the limit,
It is.
especially with all the stuff that we talked about today.
Exactly.
All the interview tips and all the career advice.
So go out there and get them.
Yeah. Become a meat master, everyone.
Yes. Good luck.